Have you ever wondered why some people seem to reach the top of the mountain so effortlessly, while others sweat, struggle, and hustle only to stay in the exact same spot year after year? It feels unfair, doesn't it? You see someone start a business, get fit, or learn a new skill, and they make it look like magic. Meanwhile, you are working hard. You are trying your best, but the results just aren't showing up. You might think they have a special gift, or maybe they were just born lucky. But the truth is much simpler and, honestly, a little shocking. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to work 20 hours a day. The difference between the person who succeeds and the person who gives up isn't about the size of their goals. It is about the tiny, almost invisible things they do when no one is watching. Today, I am going to hand you the secret key that unlocks that door. Most of us have been taught a lie. We are told that if we want to change our lives, we need to make massive changes. We think that if we want to get in shape, we need to spend 2 hours in the gym every single day starting tomorrow. If we want to get rich, we need to launch $1 million company overnight. We convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. But let's be real. How many times have you tried that? You get a sudden burst of motivation, you go all in for 3 days, maybe a week, and then you burn out. The motivation fades. Life gets busy, and you slip back into your old ways. It's a painful cycle. You feel like a failure, but you are not a failure. You just have the wrong formula. The problem is that we focus too much on the finish line and not enough on the steps we take to get there. I was researching this topic deeply because I wanted to understand why so many of us get stuck. I stumbled upon a concept that completely shifted my perspective. It reminded me of a video titled Small Habits, Big Results: How Tiny Changes Create Lasting Success. That title perfectly captures the reality of winning in life. It's not about the big splash, it's about the tiny ripple that eventually turns into a wave. Let me explain how this secret formula actually works using simple math. If you improve by just 1% every single day, just a tiny, almost unnoticeable 1% by the end of 1 year, you won't be twice as good. You will be 37 times better. That is the power of compounding. But if you get 1% worse every day, you drop down to nearly zero. Think of it like an ice cube sitting on a table in a freezing cold room. The room is 25 degrees. Nothing happens. You heat the room to 26 degrees. Still nothing. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 degrees. The ice cube is still just sitting there, solid as a rock. But then, you push the temperature to 32 degrees. Suddenly, the ice begins to melt. Now, did that 1 degree shift from 31 to 32 cause the melting? No. It was all the energy built up from 25 degrees to 31 degrees that made it happen. Success is exactly like that. You often feel like you are working hard and seeing no results. You are in that 25 to 31 degree phase. You aren't wasting time. You are storing potential energy. You just need to keep going until you hit the breakthrough point. So, how do you apply this to your life right now? First, you need to forget about setting giant goals. I know, that sounds crazy, but stay with me. Winners and losers have the same goals. Every athlete wants the gold medal. Every candidate wants the job. The goal isn't what makes the difference. The system is what makes the difference. Instead of focusing on, I want to read 50 books this year, focus on, I will read 2 pages before I sleep. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, say I will put on my running shoes after I drink my morning coffee. This brings us to the 2-minute rule. This is the best way to start. Make your new habits so easy that it takes less than 2 minutes to do. Anyone can meditate for 1 minute. Anyone can read 1 page. Anyone can fold 1 shirt. The point isn't to do the whole task. The point is to master the art of showing up. You can't improve a habit that doesn't exist. Establish it first, then optimize it later. Let me tell you a quick story about a man who wanted to get healthy. He went to the gym every day, but he had a rule. He was not allowed to stay for more than 5 minutes. He would drive to the gym, do a few exercises, and then leave. It sounds ridiculous, right? But after a few weeks, he was already there. He was already in his workout clothes. He thought, well, I'm already here. I might as well stay a bit longer. He tricked his brain into falling in love with the process, not the result. He built the identity of someone who goes to the gym rather than someone who just wants six-pack abs. That is the second part of the formula. Identity. True change doesn't come from wanting a result. It comes from changing who you believe you are. If you offer a cigarette to a smoker trying to quit, they might say, "No thanks. I'm trying to quit." But a person who has truly shifted their mindset says, "No thanks. I'm not a smoker." It's a small difference in words, but a massive difference in mindset. You need to prove to yourself that you are a successful person through small wins. Every time you choose a salad over a burger, you cast a vote for the healthy person you want to become. Every time you write one paragraph, you cast a vote for the writer you want to become. It is easy to dismiss one small bad habit. Eating one unhealthy meal won't give you a heart attack today. Skipping one workout won't make you gain weight overnight. But these choices compound. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. So, here is my challenge to you for the next 7 days. Pick one area of your life you want to change. Don't try to flip your whole life upside down. Just pick one tiny habit. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water when you wake up. Maybe it's writing down 3 things you are grateful for. Just one thing. And do it every single day. When you feel bored, or when you feel like it's not working, remember the ice cube. Remember that you are building up the energy for that breakthrough. Do not break the chain. If you miss one day, get back on track immediately. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new bad habit. The path to success is not a straight line up. It is a messy journey of showing up on the days you don't feel like it. The secret formula isn't magic. It is simply showing up, doing the small things, and letting time do the heavy lifting for you. You have the power to change your life, not by fighting the old you, but by building the new you, one small brick at a time. If you found value in this simple formula and want to keep feeding your mind with thoughts that help you grow, make sure to hit that like button so this message can reach more people who need it. And for your daily dose of motivation and wisdom, don't forget to subscribe to DailyFire Mindset. We are in this journey together.